Well, nationally, the numbers are pretty much the same as the previous week, still very high, over 700,000. In California, the numbers, frankly, are even higher per capita. We have about 11% of the civilian labor force. This morning, again, we have about 20% of the nation's regular unemployment insurance claims, over 152,000. So despite the fact that we're 8 months or so into the pandemic, the number of new unemployment claims remains very high. In fact, it's almost 4 times higher than the numbers we were seeing prior to the pandemic. Well, we'll have to see what happens with the presidential race. We seem to have an indication in the Senate race that the Republicans will continue to hold the Senate. And that will be very important in terms of the stimulus, particularly in terms of employment in government, in local and state government. I think many of our local governments here in California, as well as the state government, we're counting on, frankly, a blue wave of the Democrats winning everything and a massive stimulus that would basically make them whole. So far, local governments and state government have been largely immune from the job losses that other sectors have suffered. And I think they were expecting, with this enormous stimulus, that they'd continue to be immune. But I think if the results do hold, the Republicans hold, there will be some stimulus. It may even be before the end of the year, but it won't be that massive stimulus that local governments and state government were expecting. I think we may start to see more so-called downsizing there. Well, as for the new numbers this morning in terms of business revenue and business reopenings, what we're seeing in California is no significant increase really since August in terms of either the small business reopenings or small business revenues. Small business reopenings continue to be down nearly 30% since January. Revenues continue to be down, again, around 27%. So for the past 2 months, we really haven't seen any uptick. And we're unlikely, at least through the end of this year, there's no indication that we'll see an uptick during that period. And in fact, with the increase in cases, we seem to be going backward in certain sectors.